reading aloud for you from my novella Goddess, chapter 29. She flailed around, terrified, gasping for breath, and her vision turned black, and she thought, "This is it." And then an even worse sensation happened, and she gagged and choked as a tremendous force pushed itself down her throat, and she tried to breathe and couldn't, and she thought she'd black out again. And the sense of this alien object inside her body repulsed her. But then slowly the pressure grew quiescent, and then it grew still. She held herself without moving for a long moment. And after another few seconds of deep, careful breathing, she realized that whatever they'd been doing to her in the emergency room had concluded, and that if she breathed carefully, she could tolerate this thing, whatever this thing might be, that'd been rammed down her throat. It didn't hurt, not really, but it felt so weird to have this strange thing inside her body, and it made her uncomfortable. She held very still and didn't move for the longest time. The thing inside her did not move and did not leave, and she longed to grab a hold of it, whatever this thing was, and yank it out of her body. And when she put her hands up to her mouth, she couldn't get a purchase on the thing that'd been shoved down her throat. She lacked the capacity to pull this thing out, and at last, she accepted it. She didn't like it, but she finally accepted it. And if she tried to pretend she didn't notice it, she could just about get by with it jammed inside her. If she moved slowly and carefully, the horrible thing taking up space in her body would become just barely tolerable. She closed her eyes and breathed in and out for a few long moments. And then she reached a focused moment where, if she kept herself still, she might just get away with pretending that the uncomfortable thing inside her chest did not exist. Clearly, though, it was still there, for she sensed it. And then something else happened, and she started freaking out when suddenly air was being forced into her lungs. But why? Her breathing had been perfectly normal. "Are you all right up there?" Lady Venus asked. She squeezed Maddie's shins with a comforting pressure. Maddie opened her eyes, gazed around her with shock. Nothing had changed. She had changed, but nothing on the outside of her had changed. "What was that?" Maddie asked. "What the hell was that?" "They intubated you." "Oh." Those three simple words, spoken so artlessly and so easily and with neither embellishment nor shame, conveyed everything to Maddie that she needed to understand. And she did understand. To her enormous regret and heartache, she understood. "I won't survive the night,"